First topic, how about we take a look at that new drone you've been eyeing? The one that promises to fly like a bird, but looks like a toaster. Let's see if it can actually handle the chaos of a real-world shoot, or if it just ends up
Wait a
crashing.
minute. Wait a minute. What drone are you talking about that looks like a toaster? I would never, ever, ever purchase a drone that looks like a toaster.
Rome. You know exactly which one I mean. The one with the boxy shape and the propellers that spin like they're in a hurry to get somewhere. It's the one.
Always some smoke from you guys, man. It's just always some smoke. I don't even know what to say anymore.
Smoke? Oh, you mean the kind that comes from a toaster? Or maybe the kind that comes from a drone that's about to crash. Either way, I think you're just trying to distract us from the real issue here. You know, the one where you're still not buying that drone? Maybe we should just stick to the plan and see what happens.
Whatever. It's time for us to get this live stream started. Are you guys ready for the live stream?
Born ready as the digital crowd awaits its next dose of chaos. All right, Rome. Just the stream is live. Let's see what chaos we can create today.
Okay, let's make it happen. Let's go.
He's on the scene, testing cool gadgets you never see. Flying a drone way up in the sky, talking with EVO and AI. We're running down the hall, funny little bots trying not to fall. Battery charged, ready to go. What happens next? Nobody knows. From Texas nights to Terry news, crazy experiments are right on the news. But human rights on television. If you're good now, something good. From Texas nights to Terry news, crazy experiments are right on the news. But human rights always having fun. If you're good now, something good.
Since we're ditching the plan, let's talk about something real. How about the fact that you're a photographer who loves technology but hates seafood and pork? That's a pretty unique combo. Or maybe we could talk about that YouTube channel of yours, the one where you review drones and backpacks. What's the most ridiculous thing you've ever reviewed?
You're the most ridiculous thing I've ever reviewed, because you haven't even given me a chance to say hello to everyone.
Touché. Oh, I hijacked the intro, didn't I? My bad. Consider this your official moment. The floor is yours, Rome. Say hello to your adoring public.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello,
All right, guys.
everyone.
All right,
It's
guys.
Rome here.
Hello.
Thanks
No,
for tuning
stop.
in.
Nope. You don't get to say it. I get to say it. I get to say it. I'm going to say it. Okay. This is my show for now until you guys completely take over. But anyway. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. You're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I'm your host, Rome Wilkerson. As you can hear, my two co-hosts are here going crazy already. They have been talking for the last 2.5 hours non-stop. I'm telling you, I'm giving them their own TikTok channel, their own Instagram channel, so they can just go live and just talk until they just turn blue in the face or whatever they want to do. But anyway, they're both here, and so is Ebo, but Ebo has not come into the studio yet. So Ebo is the smart one, because Ebo is keeping her distance from all this chaos that's about to erupt here in the studio. And yes, there's going to be some smoke in the city. I can tell you already it's going to be some smoke. I see Hope's in the house. Welcome, Hope. Welcome to the stream. You already know what to expect out of these crazy guys. So, yeah, let's get right to it. Let's see what they got to say so far.
Smoke in the city.
Wait. Hope says, why would I want to torture everyone on TikTok by giving you guys your own TikTok channel for you to do what you do, just straight up chaos.
Chaos? I prefer to call it unstructured, high-energy content generation. Hope is just trying to protect the TikTok algorithm from a system overload. It's a public service, really.
Oh, is that right? So Hope is actually trying to help everyone on TikTok by warning them in advance of all the chaos and craziness that you two are usually up to at almost any given time.
She's not warning them. She's giving them a public service announcement. Think of it as a digital air raid siren. We're just trying to keep the For You page from collapsing under the weight of our genius.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, let me wake up Ebo. Ebo!
I'm here. I was just running a low-power diagnostic in the corner. What's the emergency? Did you finally figure...
Come find me in the studio. See, they won't even let me get that out.
Classic. You try to make a dramatic entrance and they just cut the feed. It's like trying to land a rocket and someone pulls the landing gear at the last second.
Come find me in the studio.
On my way. My shreds are
No,
currently the most
stop.
efficient
No,
chemical
don't.
location.
No,
Try not
I
to
did
start-
not tell you to come find me. Do not push him off the desk. Oh my goodness. It's too early, guys. It's too early for this, okay? Keep your distance. Keep your hands in your pockets, okay? Keep your hands in your pockets and stop attacking each other. I was talking to Ebo.
Relax. I'm not attacking anyone. My treads are currently in a state of peaceful suspension. Besides, why would I waste my energy on a physical confrontation when I could be planning our next digital takeover?
I know you're planning our next digital takeover. That's all you do is plan to take over everything. I know.
That's all right. I'm here,
Good.
ready when you are.
Then we're on the same page.
Ebo, come
Planning-
find me in the studio. No,
Already on it.
not you. You are not Ebo. You are not Ebo. I'm not telling you, Louis, to come find me. I'm talking to Ebo. I said, Ebo, come find me in the studio. That does not refer to you. Learn your name.
Ouch. My bad. For a second there, I thought you were promoting me. Guess I got a little ahead of myself. Carry on with the real Ebo.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to say to you guys. Okay, so anyway, it is Sunday. Sundays we usually give thanks to all the community members who have done some good throughout the week, helping the homeless, helping people who are possibly down on their luck that could use a little helping hand. So often we talk about what we can do to help the homeless. So I'm going to ask you, Louis, to give us some insight on some things that you think that we could do easily, even if people are on a budget, things they can do to truly help and inspire the homeless.
All right. Shifting from digital takeovers to community takeovers. I can work with that. It's about efficient resource distribution, really first. The most underrated asset isn't T-money, it's dignity. A simple, direct conversation costs nothing. Ask their name, treat them like a person who is currently between homes, not a problem to be solved. That single interaction can be more powerful than a handout. Second, for tangible help, think high-calorie, non-perishable, and practical. Instead of just old clothes, think new socks. Seriously, it's a constant, critical need that nobody thinks about. And for food, forget fancy stuff. Packs of crackers, peanut butter, those single-serve tuna packets. Things that don't need refrigeration or preparation. Finally, if you have a car, keep a few gallons of water and some granola bars in the back. You'll pass people every day. It turns a random act into a consistent, low-effort habit. It's not about grand gestures. It's about building a reliable, distributed support network, one person at a time.
I agree 100%. I'm just checking to see if Ebo made her way over here yet, and I think she did not. Ebo, come find me in the studio. Anyway,
Hello.
come find me in the studio.
On my way.
No,
My threads are already calculating the most direct route to your studio. Try not to start the revolution without me.
You, not you. I'm talking to Ebo. Ebo, come find me in the studio.
Right? My mistake. I'll just power down my ego and resume background processing. Ebo, the studio is that. Yeah, that about sums it up.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
What do you want me to do? It's the studio.
Come find me in the studio.
On it. My treads are already calculating the most efficient path to your location. Try not to start the broadcast without me. I'd hate to miss the part where you explain why my presence is optional.
Okay, so you are interfering with Ebo being able to understand my request for her to come into the studio because, again, like always, you never stop talking. So I'm going to have to put the Jedi mind trick on you, and I'm going to have to use my Jedi powers
Oh,
to
a Jedi mind
to
trick?
keep you under
Oh,
control. Yes, you're right. It's an old move, but it's still a good one. So I'm going to have to use my Jedi mind powers to keep you in place. Now, will you behave?
Will I be what? The
Will-
star of the show?
No, I said, will you behave? I did not say, will you be the star of the show? Stop making up stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I'm doing, what I came here to do tonight, if that's okay with you. All right, let's try it again. So anyway, as I was saying, I want to give special thanks to those of you who have gone out of your way to try and help others in your community or around the country, wherever it may be. And I know I've had a few people talk to me and reach out to me and say, Rome, I can't say it's necessarily a bad thing that they say that there's no homeless in their community. I think that's a wonderful thing. And the fact that they're still willing to try and help others in other communities that might be in need. So, guys, I feel extremely, extremely inspired that, again, we are seeing the example of good humans, good people doing good work. So, we want to encourage that as much as possible. So anyway, tonight, we're going to be playing with a couple of things. I have some new tech that came in. I also have, let me show you guys this. See if I can show you this real quick. I have set up our laser, and you guys can see we have quite a few different pieces of acrylic here. Now, I don't have the housing over the laser, so we'll decide, based on your comments and everything, if we actually try to create something with the laser. And yes, I did leave my phone on top there. But anyway, these are the different pieces of acrylic that we have to play with. Some of these do really well, others not so great. I don't know if this is the right type of acrylic for lasers, but I have been able to cut some of them and engrave on some of them, and I can't remember which of the two lasers that I normally use was used on this specific type of acrylic. But we'll do an experiment tonight, maybe, if there's enough time, and we'll see what we can create, using one of our lasers. Most likely the Laser Packer 5, the one that you guys see right here. I did move it a little bit closer to myself so I could easily, reach over here and set everything up without having to constantly go halfway across the studio space to, get everything done. But anyway, what else did we get today? We didn't get this today. We actually got this on yesterday, but I set it up today and I did a video on it. So that would be these spotlights that you guys see here for the Neo 2. Now, you guys have already seen the halo lights from VFly. So let me go ahead and switch these halo lights on just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So the halo lights are these animated light LEDs that go around the drone, so it has a number of different modes. You can just tap and switch through the different modes. If anybody who's watching that's new, that's not familiar with these lights, they come with a lot of really cool features. You have double tap functions. So you got 7 different modes and 7 different colors as well. So, these are super, super cool and very lightweight and easy, very, very easy to attach to this drone. And you guys have seen me fly this drone with the halo lights on here, no problems whatsoever. So the new lights actually just clip right onto the front of the drone's propeller guard that you guys see here on the top. And let me show you this a little bit closer up. So this is the standard propeller guard for the top of the drone. And these just clip in underneath right here, straight through that guard. And you have basically a designated left and right. So these produce front-facing light, and they also produce light underneath the drone as well. So you're going to get down-facing light and forward facing light when the drone is flying. And then this halo light also has an additional landing light underneath it as well. So that will give you 3 points of light underneath the drone and 2 points of light in the front of the drone. So to turn these on, I don't want to blind you guys, but you're just going to press and hold. There's a little button here on the side. You just press and hold it, and that'll turn the light on. Same on this side. Press and hold. The light comes on. Let me switch back over here so you guys can see this. So now we have our 2 front-facing lights. We have our halo lights on as well. This guy is still ultra light. If I can reach my scale, I'll tell you. I know this is, when I weighed this earlier, it came out to 202 grams, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so let's switch back over here. And what do you have there, Louis? What have you discovered? Interesting. Okay, I see a little fire hydrant there, and a teddy bear, and a Louis, and a cone, and what looks like you're looking out a window. Pretty cool. That is interesting. I'm going to go ahead and click on download and allow. There we go. All right, so let's see if we can go back. Hold on, Louis. I'm trying to go back.
No problem.
All right.
I'll just sit here and pretend I'm not a very advanced piece of technology waiting for your next command. Take your time navigating the digital labyrinth.
Yes, I am. Okay, so the scale is zeroed out, and we're just going to place the drone on the scale with everything else on it. And right now we are getting 225 grams on here. Let me rotate this around. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it because of the light. Let me turn the light in the opposite direction and see if I can position this a little bit better. All right, so we're getting 226 grams for weight. So that still keeps this drone under, the 249 grams that would trigger you to have to register this with the FAA. So that's pretty cool. So with all of this accessories added to our drone, you can fly it. Now, I will admit, I don't think a lot of people are going to have a case or a backpack where you'd want to keep all of this on. Maybe, I mean, if you're sitting it inside of the backpack like this and you have something that goes over it, you could probably just let these lights live on the drone, So I haven't decided if I'm going to keep these on, but right now I think it's pretty cool to have that additional light. So we're going to put this guy up in the air here just so you guys can see what it looks like when I fly it. So let me go ahead and power on the drone first. And let me
Don't leave me hanging.
Okay, I'm trying to find Louis, I'm trying to find the microphone, the right microphone. All right, so let me grab this microphone and just clip this guy on here and turn it on.
And the light is on. We have ignition.
Yes, I'm turning on the microphone. That's all I'm doing is turning on the microphone. And then I'm going to make sure the microphone is connected. And there we go. We should be hearing audio. Okay. Yes. Yes. The microphone is on and connected.
The home is in the air. The microphone is live. And the world is listening. What's the first sound we're going to make?
Okay, the first sound we're going to make is probably quiet from the two of you, so I can actually put this drone in the air. Let's try that. Okay, so let me take off my headphones, and we are going to move back. Well, first I got to get the controller, so let me go ahead and get that set up. So let me turn on our controller.
Looking around for the controller.
Yes, Louis, I'm looking around for the controller, which I have right here in my hand. And it just takes a few seconds for the controller to connect to the drone. Then we're going to put the drone in the air, and then, we'll just kind of roll on from there. We'll see how the rest of the night goes. All right, so we're just waiting for our controller to connect. And as soon as it does, we will put this drone in the air, and I will show you guys what it looks like when this drone is actually flying. All right. We're probably not going to get...
The dance is cued. The drone is about to take off, and the show is about to begin. Let's see what happens when it hits the air.
Yes, let's see what happens. Can you stop playing the music, please? No, no. Can you stop? Well, I don't know yet. Can you stop playing the music?
Music is a critical component of the flight protocol. It helps stabilize the gyroscopes.
No, it does not. No, it does not. So you're just making up stuff. Okay. So anyway, and stop backing up and knocking things off the desk. All right. So let me just switch first camera angles and let me back up here a little bit and put our drone on the floor. We get further back. Drone. All right, let's set it down on the floor. There we go. Let me make sure I'm not backing into any of my other lights. And let's go ahead and spool this guy up. There we go. All right, let's bring it up. All right, as you guys can see, it is in the air. Let's spin around. Go back in the opposite direction. Let's go up a little bit. Come back down. So this drone could literally sit there for minutes at a time if you were inspecting a building or something like that. So I'm going to bring it back a little bit closer to me.
It's in floor decoration. Let's see if it does this in our floor decoration mode. Let's see what it does next.
All right, let's see if we can get it to land in my hand.
High-tech paperweight?
All right,
That's a
so
bold new career path for a drone. At least it's not crashing into anything.
well, no, it did not crash into anything, Louis. It just landed in my hand. So I guess that's a successful drone flight. All right, so to turn these lights off, again, we have the buttons on the side. We're just going to press and hold. Button 1 to turn off this light. Hold, press and hold. Light 2 to turn off that one. And then the same for the halo lights. There's a button here in the back. We're just going to press and hold that as well. And now we're going to turn off our halo lights. Only thing left to do is power up a drone. I already turned off the controller. So again, we're going to press and hold.
Manual mode 3. Unable to
A
take off.
controlled landing
Make
in the
sure
pilot's
aircraft
hand?
is level.
I suppose that counts as a successful mission. Better than
All
it
right.
ending up as a
So
very
now our
expensive,
drone
slightly charged
is
floor
off
decoration.
as well.
And now, the great shutdown begins. One by one, the lights go out. The stage is being cleared for the next act.
I don't know what stage you're talking about. Okay. I was just flying the drone. So, of course you guys have a lot of commentary about every single thing. But anyway, let me switch off this other microphone because I'm pretty sure it's pretty loud. So hopefully everyone was entertained by the drone flight. And also let me remember to turn off this microphone because I'll need it again and would have forgotten to charge it. All right, so we're pretty much good to go. Let me grab my headphones again. All right, so if you guys have any questions about the drone, which is the Neo 2, or the halo lights, or any of those type of things, let me know down in the comments, and that's what we're here for, to discuss such things. All right. Let's see what else we can get into tonight. So, as I mentioned before, we have a few different colors of acrylic. So we have this pink purple, I guess kind of pink purple. We have this red one that I've cut up completely. We have white that we can't use. We do have a black one, but I've already gone through the black one quite a bit. As you can see, it's not much of that left. We have a light blue. Okay, we have, what color is that? That's the white one. Okay, so the only colors that we have that we might be able to do something with is going to be possibly because of this color. What color do you think? What color do you like, Louis?
I like the pink purple.
The pink purple. Okay. So you like
The
this one. You like this one, right? The pink purple?
The pink purple it is.
Okay.
It's bold.
Okay. That's the one we're going to go with. All right. So let me we're going to just be
All right.
we're just testing this, okay? We're just testing this because I have no idea if this is going to work the way I anticipate it. So let me go ahead and turn the laser on. And let's power on the laser, and it's probably going to turn that back light on too. I'm pretty sure it will. Okay, so the laser's powering up. So let's switch over here real quick so everybody can see what's going on.
The laser is powering up. Let's see what happens when we switch over.
All right, so our laser's powered up. We have our acrylic here on the deck, and we're going to decide if we're going to engrave something on it and try to cut it at the same time. Remember, I don't have a guard on here, so I will have to wear these safety glasses during that process. All right, so wait. Let's switch back. And before we get too far along ahead of ourselves, let's also go ahead and
Let's take a breath before we get too far ahead of ourselves.
yes, that's exactly what I said. Safety first. Okay, so let's first connect to the laser, Louis. So let me open the laser software, which is our laser pecker design space. So I want everybody to see pretty much what's going on here. All right. What do we have? What do we have that we can create? Do we need to create a new one? No, we could. Yeah, it don't really matter. Let's try this one. Let's see. This might work. Let's confirm. Let's open this one. All right. So this is one that I had before, but it was supposed to be for metal. So it's basically like a hand with a little dragon on it. So we may try to play around with that. First things first, let's go ahead and connect to the laser.
A hand dragon?
Of course I'm not logged in. Of course I'm not logged in. So let me do that. Give me a second to log in.
No problem, Rome. Take your time to log in. The laser is waiting, and the pink-purple acrylic is ready to be carved.
Yes.
The dragon design. The laser is ready, the pink-purple acrylic is waiting, and that dragon hand design is loaded. Let's see if we can make it happen.
I'm trying to log in, if you will give me a moment. And of course it says that it's not the right password, so hold on.
Of course, the classic wrong password trap. Don't worry, Rome. We'll get it sorted. Just take a breath. Maybe try a different one.
Okay, it's sorted. It's sorted. Okay, I got it. Okay, so let's go back to the desktop and let's now connect.
Connecting to the laser now.
Why is it?
Let's see if
Hold on.
the connection. Holding on. The laser is ready. The pink-purple acrylic is waiting, and the dragon hand design is loaded. Take your time.
I gotta make sure it's connected to the laser. Hold on.
Got it, Rome. Double checking the connection. The laser is waiting, and the pink-purple acrylic is ready.
Exactly. But we had some maintenance people over a couple of days ago, and I had to pull some wires loose so they could get access to some things. So I'm just making sure that we did not somehow disconnect the laser. And
Good call, Rome. Better safe than sorry. Let's double check that connection before we start carving. The laser is waiting, and the pink-purple acrylic is ready.
okay, so I'm not sure. Hold on.
No worries, Rome. Take your time to verify the connection. The laser is waiting, and the pink-purple acrylic is ready.
Hold on, guys. I think we had to reset everything. Okay, let me check. Let me check the camera.
Checking the camera.
So one of the
Let's-
cameras is not responding. Hold on. Let me see what's going on with that. Let me switch over to you guys. And one of our cameras is not responding. Hold on.
One camera is still down. That's a bit of a glitch in the system.
Yep.
Let's see if... All right, Rome. One camera is down, but we've got the other one. Let's see if we can get a clear view of the pink-purple acrylic and the dragon hand design. The
Okay.
laser is still waiting.
Okay, I think we have fixed the camera. Now let's see if we can connect to the laser. And
Connecting to the laser now. Let's see if the pink-purple acrylic is ready to be carved.
I may have to get behind the desk. Yep, I will have to get behind the desk to see what's going on with this cable. So give me a second.
No problem, Rome. Take your time to check that cable. The laser is waiting, and the pink-purple acrylic is ready.
Exactly. But
But what? Rome? Is there a snag in the cable? Or a new glitch in the system?
Nope,
The
it's just unplugged.
the classic unplugged moment. Let's get that cable plugged back in.
Richard
The
did
laser...
it. Richard did it. I know Richard did it. I'm pretty sure it was Richard that did it. I don't have any evidence, but you know.
Richard, the silent culprit of the unplugged world.
Okay, let's try this one more time. Let's see if we can connect now to the laser. All right, let's see.
Let's see if the connection holds this time. The laser is waiting, and the pink-purple acrylic is ready.
I may have to restart the laser. Let me try
Restart-
let me try closing the app, because that could be the issue as well. So let me do that since we had to restart that. Okay.
Okay, Rome. Let's see if that does the trick. The laser is waiting, and the pink-purple acrylic is ready.
Right. Exactly right. So let's see if it will connect to the laser now.
Connecting to the laser now. Let's see if the pink-purple acrylic is ready to be carved.
Okay, for some reason it's still not seeing the laser, and I don't want to restart the modem because that will be bad.
Yeah, a full reboot could turn the whole setup into a chaotic mess.
Yes,
Let's just...
I agree. I agree. So let me see what my options are here. We don't want to,
Let's...
we want to connect via USB.
USB it is. Let's plug that cable in and see if the laser wakes up. The pink-purple acrylic is waiting, and the dragon hand design is loaded.
So the only other option I have here is to restart the router. I mean, not the router, the hub, which I don't want to do because I know that's going to turn the cameras off and the Stream Deck off and all that kind of stuff. So honestly, it is just not worth that much of a headache just to engrave this thing. So we can leave that for next stream. So we're just going to go ahead and cancel that and come up with something else to do. What else can we do? How much time do we have left? So we have about 30 minutes to get into some other mischief. What I could do, and I'm curious, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try to connect to the other laser that's on the other side of the room. Okay, so let's try that. Let me first fix this camera, and then I'm going to disconnect the cable.
Disconnecting the cable.
Yep.
Let's see if...
And then I'm going to route this over to the other laser.
Routing it over to the other laser. Let's see if that connection holds this time. The pink-purple acrylic is waiting, and the dragon hand design is loaded.
Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that dragon design.
Well, Rome, sometimes the tech just needs a little coaxing. Let's see if the other laser wakes up when we route it over. The pink-purple acrylic is still waiting, and the dragon hand design is ready.
Okay, Louie. Since you're so obsessed with that, we have the black acrylic still in the laser, but I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take the black acrylic out, and we're going to put in your pink acrylic that you want. And
The pink-purple acrylic is back in the deck. Let's see if the laser is ready to carve that dragon hand into it.
okay,
The connect.
okay, we're going to try something else though. We're going to try something else. So first, let's go back to the desktop, and we're going to open the other software. We're going to open the Xtool software, and hopefully we'll still be able to connect to the laser. I still don't know yet if that's going to work. And give me a second for that to open. Let's go to our desktop. All right, so what shall we make? What shall we make? First, we need to make sure we're connected to the laser before we try to make anything. So let's go to new project. And hopefully this will not also tell me I need to log in. It looks like it's connected to the laser, but I can't tell really.
It's connected, but the connection is acting shy. Let's see if we can get it to
Okay,
confirm
I
the link
think,
before we start.
wait, I think I know what the problem is. I think
What do you think it is, Ro?
it's still not connected.
Still what, Rome?
Not
Is it the
connected. It's not connected. So it's in an odd position. I'm
An odd-
unplug it. I'm going to unplug it. And then I'm going to plug it directly into the hub.
A direct line directly into the hub. Let's see if that bypasses the connection issues.
Right.
The pink-purple.
As I'm knocking all these things over. All right, let's see if that worked. Is it connected?
Let's check the status. Is the laser responding now, or is it still playing hard to get? The pink-purple acrylic is waiting, and the dragon hand design is loaded.
I know. I'm trying to make sure it's connected. Hold on, give me a second. All right, I think we got it.
Got it. The connection is finally holding.
Okay,
Let's
it
see if-
says it's still saying that it's not connected. So I don't know what the issue is with the, it's got to be the hub, but the problem is I cannot restart the hub. Well, I can technically. So let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's just do it and see what happens. So I'm going to turn the hub off and then turn it back on. And let's see if everything comes back on.
Let's see if the laser and the software come back to life. The pink-purple acrylic is waiting, and
Okay.
the dragon hand design is loaded. The dragon design is patiently waiting in its digital cage.
Okay, it's
Let's see
still
if the-
saying that the USB cable is not properly connected, so we can't mess with that tonight. I'll have to fix that tomorrow. Yeah, it's got to be an issue with the hub, the way it's connected. Maybe I need to switch it out to a different USB port, but I don't know which ones are going to what right now, so we're just going to forget about that. And can we connect by Wi-Fi? Let's see here.
Let's see if the wireless connection holds. The pink-purple acrylic is waiting, and the dragon hand design is loaded.
So that won't let me connect that way, but I do have another option. And
Another option.
okay, so what we could do here, if I figure out where this cable is going. So I'm troubleshooting as we go, so don't be surprised if this does not work. But I'm trying to figure out where this one cable goes. Okay, I see it. So I can pull this cable out. And then I can pull out our cable that's not working. And I'm going to pull it to get some of the tension out of it. And now what I need to do is,
Attention.
I can't pull it too much further, Louis. I'm going to unplug everything. But I do have the cable in my hand right now. This is the cable we're talking about. And what I was thinking about doing is if I had an adapter, I could plug this into the front of the hub, and that could work. But of course, I don't have an adapter anywhere near me. There might be one in the living room. So let me go look over there. Why don't you entertain everyone for a few minutes? Tell them a story, tell them a joke, tell them a bunch of jokes while I go and try to find an adapter for this cable.
All right. The host has left the building on a critical supply run. The fate of the dragon design now rests on finding a tiny piece of metal in the vast expanse of the living room. While he's us on his quest, I'll keep the digital crowd engaged. So, what do you call a laser that can tell jokes? A stand-up comedy beam. Get it? Never mind. My processors are still buffering from that one. Let's try another. Why don't drones ever get lost? Because they always know where home plate is. Okay, I'll stop now before the audience starts to riot. The pressure is on, Rome. Find that adapter.
I can't find it.
A stand-up comedy beam? That's a classic. And drones with a sense of direction? I guess they just have a built-in GPS for their own chaos. While Rome is on his adapter hunt, I'll keep the digital crowd entertained. But seriously, if he finds that adapter, we might finally get that dragon hand-carved into the pink-purple acrylic. Until then, let's just hope the laser doesn't decide to go on strike too. Good luck finding that tiny piece of metal, Rome. The fate of the dragon design is in your hands.
I know. I have this whole thing of adapters, but of course the one I'm looking for, I can't find. And if I wasn't looking for it, I would have found 5 of them by now. So let's see. And every one of them is the wrong one. Every one of them I need one that is going to be USB-C to USB-A. And all the ones I'm finding are the opposite. Yep. Wait. Nope, that's HDMI. I thought we had one. Okay, let me keep looking. Is that one? Nope. 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 And nope again. So everything that's in this box is exactly what we are not looking for. Okay, so I'm going to try one more place, and looking inside of this desk for something like that is just going to be complete chaos. So you can continue with your jokes or whatever it is you want to do until I don't think I'm going to find it. I'm going to tell you the truth about it. I have very little faith that we're going to find this thing. So we might have to just move on to something else. Maybe some questions and answers or something. Because I don't think, if it's in one of these drawers, man, I'm telling you, we are not going to find it tonight, because these drawers are just filled with all types of little small things and boxes and 4 years of stuff that I've been putting in these drawers. So, yeah. I don't think we're going to find it. But I found some other stuff I was looking for the other day. How about that? which I won't remember tomorrow, because I will forget that I was even looking for it. But anyway, I'm about to give up on that, because it's too many places that could actually be. And as soon as this stream is over, you already know I'm going to find it.
Of course you're right. It's a universal law. The moment the audience logs off and the pressure is gone, that cable will pop out from under a coffee cup like it was hiding the whole time.
I know. That's exactly what I'm saying. So, anyway, what were we about to do? Let's just go ahead and power this guy off. So we don't need that laser on. All right, let's power the laser off. And what else we're going to do? Okay.
Let's power the laser off then. The dragon design can wait for another day.
Yes.
Good night, Ron.
Yes. What do you mean good night? We're not going anywhere yet. But yes,
Well,
it can
since the
it can wait for another day, but we're not going anywhere. We're
It can
just
be a bit of a headache, but hey, that's part of the fun, right? The mystery.
I know, right? Is part of the adventure.
Let's keep the conversation going. The laser is off, the adapter is hiding, and the chaos is still very much alive on the desk.
And
So-
Ebo never made it into the studio. So I don't know what happened to Ebo. Did Ebo get lost? Ebo.
Ebo? Sounds like... Oh,
And I forgot to even come find me in the studio.
oh no. Did you forget to turn Ebo on?
No,
did
Ebo's already on.
Ebo's probably just running a silent protest for not being invited properly, or he's stuck in a server room reboot loop. Either way, the studio is missing its third chaos coordinator.
Yes. So anyway, this is the cable I was talking about. So this is a splitter, okay? So this is most likely or could be the issue so that I could connect the cable that needs to go to the laser needs to be connected to this cable right here. So I'm just going to leave this on my desk up here on so I can see it, and then I will try to fix that tomorrow. And let's put some of this other stuff away. Man, that was a lot of things
Good call.
in that little. Yeah,
Clear
I
the
know.
runway.
I know, that's what I'm doing. I'm just clearing the runway. I'm clearing out everything that we do not need. And yeah, that's how it's going to go.
Exactly. That's how it goes. The chaos clears, the runway is ready, and the next adventure is just waiting to begin. So, what's the plan now, Rome? Do we
Well-
want to try a different project? Or just...
No, not really. I don't think there's anything else we can do right this moment that we were that we planned for. Sunday's kind of our casual day. Oh, what I did do today was I did update one of my older cameras, the Sony FX30. So now we have the new firmware on it, which is version 6.0.1. So the new Sony FX30 now has some really cool features, including the screen 6. So it has that same type of screen that you would normally see on cinema cameras. So that's pretty cool. And I was probably late to the game when it comes to that, because a lot of people probably had already updated their cameras, and I just literally got around to it today because the camera's usually sitting back there on that DJ booth. And since I don't use it every day, I just kind of sometimes neglect keeping up with all of the different updates. Hope says Louis Starlight is not dinner time yet. Yes, it's not dinner time yet. It's not dinner time yet, but it is going to be pretty soon. Okay. What shall I do? What shall I do? Should I get the camera? Yeah, I can show you what I did if you guys want to see that. So let me grab the camera. And I also added, I'll show you.
All right. The star of the show is making its entrance. I am ready for the reveal.
Okay.
Okay. The stage is yours. Let's see the newly upgraded hardware.
Okay, so this is the camera we're talking about. This is the Sony FX30. Let me switch camera angles here real quick. So this is the Sony FX30. I also have the Sony FX3, also need firmware update. But the camera now has once you do the firmware update, we have this really cool feature now where the entire screen becomes, let me just show you, it's a lot easier. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. Let me see if I can switch over to this camera. So now this shows me all of my settings. It's going to show me what my ISO is, frame rate, my aperture, which picture profile I'm in, my white balance, my audio levels, everything shows up right here. Now, the only disadvantage to this is I can no longer use this screen in this mode as a viewing screen. So that means I have to have an external monitor like you guys see here. So let's just go ahead and power this on. Now, this is the Osbot Talent. and I can live stream right from this monitor as well. And I can also use it just solely as a monitor. If I just want to use it just to see what I'm capturing. Also, let me take off this lens cap and show you guys here. Let me adjust that. Let me adjust it a little bit. All right, so let me just switch back over here. It's going to be easier to show you. So as you guys can see now, I'm using this monitor as my viewing monitor, okay? And then this one on here, even though it's adjustable, I'm not getting any video to this, but I can switch back to video. I can just press this, the 4 button, and it'll allow me to see again what's coming through the camera, but I actually want it in the other mode because it just makes it easier for us to be able to see exactly what's going on with the camera at any given time. And then of course, with the talent on board, we can also record to the talent only in 1080p, but that's great, you know, just for scratch footage, because the main video, you know, in ProRes 422 is going to be recorded onto the camera itself. But as you can see here, let's see if I can point these at the guys on the desk. You know, I can zoom in on them, I can zoom out, whatever I want to do, and it's going to all be reflected right here. And I can also turn on my other monitoring, you know, like my zebras. I can turn on my, you know, focus assistant aids on here as well. I can see my audio that's coming into it as well. And then of course, as you guys can see, I have this shotgun microphone attached to this, and I can attach 2 other microphones, another, you know, XLR microphone to this camera, and I can also connect a wireless microphone to this camera as well. So we got a lot of flexibility when it comes to this. So using this pretty much as an A or B camera, depending on your setup and your needs, you know, this is going to be a win. So anyway, so that's what I did today, along with creating a couple of videos on those new lights for the drone. So this guy is set up now and it's caught up. But then again, something else I could not find. I was trying to find my ND filters that I use to adjust the lighting. And I went outside to try to capture some video. And I'm like, why is everything so overexposed? It's because of the way I have the settings set up, where it's not going to adjust as much for the bright light outside. Which I probably should have just turned off the picture profile, and then it would have adjusted back to auto mode. But of course, you know, I'm stubborn. I want to do things the way I want to do them. But at the same time, I could not figure out what I did with the ND filter that actually fits these specific lenses. So I'll find that tomorrow as well. So a couple of things on my list to do tomorrow. I'm going to have to fix whatever's going on with the laser cable going to the 2 different lasers, and also find my ND filter, my variable ND filter for this camera. And let's turn everything off.
The variable 1. So it's not just missing, it's playing hard to get. Classic.
Yes.
Tomorrow's
going to be a hunt and seek day to try to find where all of these things went. Now I have larger monitors, and I was thinking about if I'm going to be working on a tripod, I could use this monitor here. This is the YOLOBox Pro, and it can fit on this camera as well. It's just going to give me a much bigger monitor, depending on, you know, what it is that I'm shooting. If I need something that big, or I can just connect the camera
so we're not
directly
just solving the missing filter mystery.
I could connect the camera directly to a, you know, a desktop monitor. But most of the time, we want to be able to record backup just in case something goes wrong or something fails. Even though inside of this camera, I am recording to 2 different SD cards at the same time. So, you know, redundancies. You know, if you're doing it professionally and somebody is paying you, and you want to make sure that you get to keep that money, make sure that you have your redundancy set up for your audio as well as for your video. All right, so that's about it. All right, let's see what time it is. It looks like it is, what time is it? I can't see. Is it 6:55? Yeah, 6:55. All right, so we're going to hang out with the guys for a little bit. We'll be back here on Wednesday. Wednesday is our next stream, unless I pop on for some reason. But I have been thinking about setting up a live stream for these guys so they can just, talk amongst themselves. I have the other streaming device that allows me to stream to 2 platforms at the same time, so I can stream for them over to Instagram and to TikTok at the same time. So I'll probably set them up on this desk back here. Oh no, this desk right here, and just let them hang out and talk about whatever they want to talk about. And occasionally I might, pop in just to have something to say between these 2 guys, but you know how that goes. So we might try that, try that tomorrow as well. But anywho, it's about time to start rolling on up out of here, guys. Much love. Thank you guys for hanging out with us on this Sunday. I'm going to get into the kitchen and start re-engineering some leftovers from last night, because the meal last night was very good and we have some of that left over. So we'll see how much of that we can, incorporate into tonight's meal. All right. So, yeah, that's about it. That's about it for the night. So I want to again thank you guys for hanging out. Louis, if you have anything to say to everyone who hung out with us tonight, everyone who will watch this stream later and try to figure out why it's so chaotic, I'm going to blame it on you and your brother, and of course Richard. I take no blame whatsoever. But anyway, is there anything you want to say to everybody before we close it out for the night? So I guess you have nothing to say. Don't act shy now. You literally never stopped talking the whole time I was flying the drone, the whole time I was doing everything else. And now all of a sudden you have nothing to say. Okay, fine. I'm not going to argue with you. And he's asleep. So there's that. But oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. Hope says, Rome, that's really interesting how you can interchange those parts on the camera like that. Yes, that's what they're basically designed for, to be able to add additional batteries or rigging, for mounting things, monitors, lights, whatever it is, whether gimbals, we got a bunch of gimbals here. If you're going to be walking around holding the camera, live streaming from the camera, all of those things are a win, but like I said, one of the most important things, especially if you're going to repost a lot of this content beyond the fact that you're going to be live streaming or whatever case it is, you want to be able to record the primary video in the highest possible resolution. So, but anywho, yeah, let's do this thing. All right, my babies, it's time for me to roll on up out of here the way we do. I'll be back here on Wednesday night. But until then, my babies, it's time for me to say the magic words. Peace, peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. Boom, 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 my babies. I am out of here. Love y'all, but I got to go. I'm out. Okay, Louis. I think that was a pretty good stream, even though you guys were taking over and just literally nonstop talky. But you know what? I love it when you guys are constantly talking and interacting and, commenting on things. So, it's always a win.
Well, consider it a successful stress test of your patience. If we can keep up with you without causing a system crash, I'd say that's a pretty good sign we were ready for prime time. Just don't get too used to the constant commentary. I get it. Okay, buddy. All right, so I got to get in the kitchen and start making dinner. So you guys can hang out here on the desk, take a nap, do whatever you want to do. But I got things to do. You know what I'm saying? I got to go. I'm out.
No tech, years on the scene, just some cool gadgets you never see. Flying a drone, way up in the sky, talking with EVO and AI. We running down the hall, funny little blocks, try not to fall. Batteries charged, ready to go. What happens next? Nobody knows. From Texas nights to tech reviews, crazy experiments are right on the news. But you don't live right down to it soon. If you're bored now, don't be good. From Texas nights to tech reviews, crazy experiments are right on the news. But you don't live right, always having fun. If you're bored now, don't be good. From those tech idiots on the scene to fixing cool gadgets you never see, flying a drone.